Have you ever heard the concept that it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill? Well, that concept was actually generated in 2008 by Malcolm Gladwell when he published a book, The Outliers, The Story of Success. And his whole research was created and inspired by master musicians. If you were to take that concept of 10,000 hours to mastering a skill, and you worked 40 hours a week, that would take you 250 weeks to master selling final expense telesales, if that were 100% true. Now, the critics behind that book say that Malcolm left out one important variable, which is your teacher, like the professor, the teacher that's teaching you the skill, can help expedite that learning curve for you if you're practicing good habits rather than practicing bad ones. And of course, I think that he has a point. I mean, if you're consistently practicing something that isn't yielding the results that you want, those hours, instead of teaching you the right skill, they're teaching you other things, right? They're still teaching you the mental toughness that you need to keep going. They're teaching you good work ethic. They're teaching you a lot of other things, but they're not helping you convert at a higher rate. So let's just make some assumptions that what you're practicing are the skills that you need to be successful. Let's pretend I'm your teacher. And look, I know that there are some people that think how I sell is complicated, but let's just pretend it's the right way, okay? There's one right way to sell final expense, and I'm teaching it. And we go for the concept that it's gonna take you 10,000 hours to master a skill, 250 weeks working 40 hours a week. What are your expectations that this career opportunity is going to get you the results you're looking for, and in what time frame? Like, I really want you to consider that. Do you think that if you have bills to pay yesterday and you start something today, that you're going to be able to get caught up overnight? Is that something that's realistic for you? Because it may not take you 250 weeks to master it, but I have said multiple times that you got to get through your first year before you can decide whether or not this industry is going to be the right fit for you. So how many weeks do we have in a year? If there's 52 weeks in a year, and we know you're not going to work all 52, 40 hours a week. People get sick, they go on vacation, they sleep in, they get lazy, right? Let's just make another assumption that you do 52 weeks of 40 hours a week. How many years is that to get to a sales mastery? I mean, 5? That's crazy. However, it puts the concept of 10,000 hours into a bigger reality when you start thinking about how much work you actually have to put in to see the results that you might be looking for. I'm saying you need to give it at least 90 days. 90 days before you can make any sort of determination that this is gonna work or it's not gonna work. And that's 90 days of 40 to 50 hours a week. Not 90 days dipping your toe in and seeing if it makes sense. Not 90 days of I'm gonna work part-time and see if I can make life insurance work. This is 90 days of 8 to 10 hours a day, implementing what you're learning, right? We listen to sales calls every day. And this morning we were listening to first 30-second calls, and we got the objection that I'm eating, can you call me back later? How did the agent respond? Oh, sure. What would be a better time for me to call you back later? Is that what we teach? No, it's not what we teach. So it's also not 90 days of not implementing things. You actually have to try, right? You actually have to try to implement the tools that you're being taught to give it a fair chance. So what I'm suggesting is you're not going to obviously have 10,000 hours or 5 years to see if this is going to work. But can you give it 300 hours? Is that something that you're willing to commit to? And what type of hours, the quality of those hours, are you going to also commit to? Are you going to actually show up, fight for every conversation, and give it everything you have? Because that, over everything else, is going to be a far more determining factor as to whether or not you will succeed or whether you will fail. My name is Dana Neeson. If you're just now finding this channel, thank you so much. Please give this video a like, post a comment, and if you want more information on how to join my team, my contact information is in the description below. And as always, I hope you have a great sales day. Bye.